Rohit from One India Michael. My question is to you. I think you have already seen, I know you have already seen the fixtures list this season. Last season, you had in the first 5 matches, you lost 3 matches, and it were against Bangalore, Kerala, and FC Goa. In this season, your first 3 matches are going to be against all these 3 teams. How important do you think getting at least 4 or 5 points will set the tone for the entire season for East Bengal?
Well, it's a completely different season, different players. We have been working in the squad, so I don't want to make comparisons with last season. Also, the other teams are in different situations. So it's not about the last season, it's about this season and try to start the best way possible. So also it's quite strange that we have some games out, away, and I think that only one home game in the first 4 games. But there is no make sense to talk about the Indian calendar because we know that every season is the same. There is always things happening. It's difficult to find the right calendar for all the teams. So we have to understand that we are going to play a full competition, playing home away with all the teams, and that's it. We don't have to be worried about that. We have to try to be competitive from day one.
Hi, Carles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Shubhajit. This season to get enough time for preparation. So what will be your philosophy or approach for this ISL?
No, I think that we are in a moment that it's a good moment for the club. If we think that it's going to be our 5th edition of the Indian Super League, it's the first time in 5 years that the coach is the same. So it means that there is some stability in the club. Also, it's important that we have players that are keeping with us, like here Sauvik and Clayton, but also in the core of foreigners, we have been keeping Jassy and Saul, and also important players that are in the national team, and we were able to get them. So it means that we are in a different situation than we were last season. We have to be ready for a tough competition. We know all the teams have been reinforcing. That's normal. But I'm very positive about the team. I think that it's the first time in a lot of years that one coach, me and my staff, are for more than 35 games managing the team. From the times of Trevor Morgan, that it was not happening. And it means more than 10 years. What I mean is that we are trying to build something. We are working in the right direction. And also it's a moment to show it. A new competition, new challenges. And I think that we're going to be ready to be competitive.
I have to bring in the players over here. And Hector, I want to start with you. The most obvious question that I could ask of you. You're not the first player to have made the switch from one of the city rivals to the other, from Mohun Bagan to East Bengal. How did the decision to move come about to you? And how happy are you now joining East Bengal?
First of all, I have to say that I'm professional footballer, so I have to choose, and my contract last season expired. So summer, East Bengal called me. They offered me a very nice project, and I'm very happy here. As soon as you got into this club, you can see that this club is huge. There are many people following us. Again, it's football.
At least you don't have to change your house. You can stay in the same house in the city. You don't have to uproot everything.
Also, good restaurant.
I'm back because this country and this city is amazing. So me and my wife last season we enjoyed a lot, and we like this city to stay here.
Lovely.
Yes, just to play.
Yes, please.
I'm not from Alkan. As you won the Super Cup last year, the coach was very happy with the Super Cup, but you nearly missed the Super Six in the last match. That was a heartbreaking for you that time. So what changes you want to bring in your team so that you can achieve that thing also in the ISL to get into the playoffs actually? So that that kind of heartbreaking does not happen once again.
but good afternoon, first of all. But if you compare with other years, it was the first time that we really fight for the top six. So there was some improvement from the other season. So I think with the add of the players that we have in this season, we are really fight for the top six.
This is a question to Hector here.
Yeah, okay.
So essentially a follow-up to what Suyash asked, like changing from Mohun Bagan to East Bengal, you come from a country where this is not very often done and the players fall under a lot of pressure when they do that, moving from Real Madrid to Barcelona, for instance. But does this kind of a change bring additional attention to your game to you and therefore more pressure because you will be compared with what you played for Mohun Bagan when you every time you come out as an East Bengal player? Does this mean more pressure to you?
Honestly, all the teams that I play for, I have the same pressure always. First of all, because the pressure is coming from me as a footballer. So when you play for big teams, you know that you have to fight a lot. What I feel here is similar.
Hello guys.
Hello. Hector.
Hello guys. It's Devanjan from the Chopish Concha. My question to Coach Carlos Guadrat. Coach, right now they have Hector Yuste in your squad who knows all the lacunas of Mohun Bagan team. So do you think that this year the journey will be easier than the other season in your squad?
To say easy.
I don't think so.
No, come on. We know that it's going to be tough games. We know that it's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of emotions, a lot of things happening. It's normal. It's a derby, and this season it's going to be 6 derbies. So we are ready for that. We know that it's not going to be easy, for sure.
I'm Shushmita from Uttar Bangladesh newspaper. My question is for Coach and Hector both. Hector, you are going to play with Anwar again. So is it an added advantage what you are bringing to the East Bengal for this season, and your view on that?
Honestly, when I was in Spain and I read something about that, I was in shock. First of all, for me, my personal opinion is that Ali is the best defender in this league. So we are lucky to have him here with us, and I'm very lucky, very glad to play close to him. So for me, it's top.
Sure, I want to
Hello.
ask you a question if I can bring in.
Hello.
But what I have to say about Anwar, Ali, very happy to have him in the squad. I hope that we can use him very soon.
Just want to bring in Shobik into the conversation as well. Shobik, now that both you and Clayton have played together for so long, do you feel added responsibility as being one of the senior members of the team, both you and him, to mentor the younger players coming in as well?
Of course. Actually, I am a little bit senior than our younger Bengali boys. So every day I try to improve for myself also, and I guide my junior players also like Tanmoy, Shamol, Shayon. All are very young, and all are like 22, 23. So every day personally before practice session I told them to what coach say, what should they do like this.
Lovely, yes.
Coach Kamal from Thagar. Firstly, you are looking very handsome. And secondly, new one team added this year. As a coach of East Bengal, what is your opinion? How much toughest tournament in this year?
I was the first to compliment you. I hope you remember.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be a tough opponent, Mohammed. And we played a friendly match last season, and it was very difficult game for us, very tough. I think that we won 1-0 finally, but it was very difficult team. So you see that it's a project that they deserve to get the promotion from my league, and now they have a big crowd of supporters, and for sure they are going to be competitive. So yeah, it's great that we have 13 teams already in the competition. I started here in 2016, and at that moment, Indian Super League has only 8 teams, so it's good. It's good for the development of Indian football that every time there is more professionalism, it brings better players to the top league, and it makes the football in India improve. No question about that.
Hi, coach. Hi. Hi. So in the next Gen Cup, East Bengal obviously they played very well. Your younger team, that is, they did very well, and you have a history of in East Bengal of promoting young players. Last season you promoted Vishnu, Shayan. So what are your plans with young players this season, especially likes of Shayan or what he said, Shamol? What are your plans with them?
Yes, the easy thing in the world is to put a younger to play a few minutes in the team. This is very easy, but it's for nothing. The important thing is to build a career for that player, and that's what we are trying. What we want to do is to give the opportunity when the player is ready for that, and that it's not one game and then, oh, not good enough, go down. No, it's about to give consistency in the career of the players. So I'm happy with how East Bengal is working with the academy. They are getting results. They are getting new talents, showing that they are improving. But there is a big step between the Calcutta Football League and the Indian Super League. Very big step. So we have to take care of them and give the opportunities in the right moment. When I was in Bengaluru, I was doing that, and we give the opportunity to players like Suresh or Roshan, and now they are in the national team. So I think that here in East Bengal, we also have to be knowing that we pay attention to the youngers, but in the right moment, in the right opportunities, when they have to express what they are learning. And I'm happy. Last season, we give the opportunity to some of them, and Sayan, Aman, Vishnu, they get some goals, some assists. So for them, it has to be the consolidation of them. They have to keep working to deserve to play that kind of minutes.
Coach, this is Sampurna.
Good afternoon, Coach. My question is that he already asked you that about the young players the reserve team has, and there are few bright talents who are working really hard, playing really well. So I would like to ask you, who are the brightest talents inside the dressing room right now, which you are looking at? And to add on it, what is the primary objective that you are looking for this season? Because we all know to keep the momentum during the first half and the second half is a bit challenging. So how are you approaching to that?
I didn't understand about first half, second half, what do you mean?
As the first half begins on 13th of September, and after the winter break, it again starts in the second half. So usually teams often fail to keep the momentum. So how are you actually looking at that?
Yes, about the youngers, of course, the ones that are in the Indian Super League squad are the ones that have more chances to play. Yeah? So if you see the list of players, this is the youngers that we have. We have, I think, that 6 developmental players, players that are younger, so they are the ones that are with the squad to try to help us. And about the season, it's clear that a lot of times the dynamic that you get is the one that gives you some extra points or give you a worse position. And it's true that last season we catch 2 bad dynamics that put us in troubles. The 2 bad dynamics, one was after the injury of Jordan Hennessy, that we have to regroup and we have to build a new defensive line. And the second was after to win the Super Cup, we will have the injuries of Saul and Pardo. Of course, injuries happen in football, and we have to be ready for that. We have to work to try to minimize. For this season, it's clear that we have to try to avoid that kind of bad dynamics and try to get the positive dynamics that give us the good way, no, to win the competition. If you remember last season, Kerala Blasters started the season in a very good dynamic and they were getting a lot of points. And then the second half of the season was not good for them, but they get enough points to be in the playoffs. So it's what I mean. When you are in a good wave, it looks that everything helps you to be competitive. You feel as a player physically strong, you feel mentally strong. So it's what all the teams need to be in a good dynamic and get the points.
Coach, this is Sampurna from Ajkal. Coach, like you mentioned just now that this year West Bengal is coming up with a lot of positives, right? The same team, same coach, and other things. So do you believe it's not just about qualifying for the Super 6? This is the best possible chance for West Bengal to fight for the championship this year?
Well, East Bengal has been winning one trophy in the last 12 years, so we have to be realistic. We have to understand that we are building a new team. We have a lot of new players, and we are going to work our best to try to be competitive, as I told you. Then, when you are in the playoff, it's only 4 games to win the trophy. So I mean that anything can happen. We saw just a few days ago that any team can beat any team, and Mohun Bagan was the favorite in the final, and Northeast come and get the victory. So what I mean is that when you reach the playoffs, anything can happen. So it's not now about to talk about to be champion, it's about to do the work to really qualify for the playoffs.
সৌভিক যশবন্ত বলছি যে এবছর কলকাতা থেকে 3টে টিম খেলছে, তার মধ্যে 3টেই শতাব্দী প্রাচীন। তুমি এখানকার ছেলে, এবছর যে আইএসএল টা কতটা টাফ, মানে দুটো ডার্বি ফেস করতে হবে, এটা কি এক্সট্রা কোনো চাপ? অ্যান্ড কোচ ফ্রম ইউর সাইড, কোচ, everybody says you are a magician, everybody believes. So what kind of magic you can create this year to bring this trophy with your content?
Shobik.
যেহেতু আমি বেঙ্গল থেকে মানে ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের ছেলে, আমি সুতরাং 3টে টিম খেলবে সেটা আমাদের কাছে একটা গর্বের ব্যাপার। আশা করব যে 3টে টিম আইএসএল এ প্রাধান্য রেখে খেলবে। অবশ্যই ইস্ট বেঙ্গল সব থেকে ভালো রেজাল্ট করবে সেটা আমি চাইবো। আর এটা ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল ফুটবলের জন্য এবং যারা জুনিয়র প্লেয়ার তাদের জন্য খুব ভালো। যদি গ্রাসরুট থেকে আরও ছেলে উঠে আসে তাহলে ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল থেকে বেঙ্গলের ছেলেরা অনেক বেশি চান্স পাবে আইএসএল এ, যাতে মানে সেখান থেকে যাতে দেশে প্রতিনিধিত্ব করতে পারে, সেটা আরও সুবিধা হবে ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের জন্য। সো অ্যাজ এ কলকাতাবাসী, ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলবাসী, আমি খুবই খুশি। এটা চাপের জন্য, এটা চাপ, এক্সট্রা চাপ না, এটা জাস্ট একটা ভালো ব্যাপার যে আমরা এখান থেকে 3টে টিম আমরা প্রতিনিধিত্ব করছি।
Yeah, thank you for your words, but the magician is Team Delgado. We have in the team El Mago, so it's not about me, it's still El Mago. And about the trophy, of course, it's a trophy that everybody is starting the season trying to be one of the teams playing the final or getting the Shield league. Fortunately for me, I won the league 2019 and the Shield. My problem is that at that moment I was not Shield. It was the last season that the winner of the regular league was not getting the trophy. So I should have one trophy more in my gallery.
This is a question for Shobik. Shobik, hi, here. Nima and I work with the Hindustan Times newspaper. Shobik, you play in a very crucial position for the team, and you are one of the first names it seems that the coach puts because you are very regular when it starts. But because of the position you play, it also leads to getting into challenges that lead to a number of yellow cards, and then the team sort of feels let down. How do you plan to work on that in this season? Because being a crucial player, 4 matches, 4 yellow cards, you're out of one team, the team has to plan separately. But how do you do that for this season?
That's a 15-mark question.
I'll try to improve in practice. Every day I'll try to improve myself. Getting card is not good, but this is sometimes I have to do for my team actually. So I can't help it, but slowly I'll try in the practice that I'll not touch Ketan. Thank you.
I have quite similar numbers than him. That's quite similar.
Coach, I am Joy from Spotter News. Considering that this is the best team in last 5 years, but the only problem of this team is the side back. Do you agree with my views?
The only problem of the team is what?
Thing is that this is the best team in last 5 years, but the only problem of this team with your side back. Do you agree with my views?
Of course not. Only problem. Any coach in the world will be happy to have only one problem. You know, we live in the middle of the problems. We always have problems. So I'm satisfied with the squad. We have been working in the market, trying to build the best possible team. Unfortunately, we have been playing the Duran Cup without the two fullbacks that were helping us to get the Super Cup. There was the injury of Nishu and Rakit, but this is happening in football. And also, it's true that we play a bad game in Shillong, very bad game. But we have to understand that we were in the middle of the preseason, building a new team, and in that lineup there was 6 players that were new in the team, so you have to create the automatisms, players have to know each other, they have to understand what the team needs from them. So I'm positive. Also, as you know, until now 2 players that have to be important in the defensive line, like Hector and Ali, have been not playing for us because they have with different situations. So that's it. We have a squad that can do well in defense. Defense is very important to get any trophy. As you know, the teams that get a lot of clean sheets are the teams that can be competitive. If you concede a lot of goals, you have a problem to get points. And I'm happy that last season, it was the only season in the last 5 years